It's time now for your United Bank Playbook. West Virginia prepping to face Texas Tech. Before we get into anything about that contest, Coach, first I want to ask you for your thoughts on Dr. Byrd, a member of the WVU administration, and he was a player here at West Virginia as well. Passed away on Wednesday, and somebody who certainly had an impact on this state and WVU as well.
Yeah, he was an athletic director here when I played here, and he was great to me. I mean, I'd see him in the hall, and he'd stop and talk and ask about classes and ask about this and that, and really talked me into finishing my career here. And I'm really glad that he did that he would take time to be able to do that. Just an absolutely wonderful guy, very, very bright guy, extremely bright guy. I guess that's why it says doctor in front of his name. But it talked me into going to grad school. Athletic department paid for my grad school, and I was a grad assistant for Coach Gardner. He took me over to meet a bunch of boosters after the tournament in Pittsburgh, and did a lot of things, I think, to really help me and kind of get my career started and get me in the right place, so to speak.
So now, Coach, your team here is coming off 2 straight losses for the first time this season. Before you head to Texas Tech, just what is your message to this team after those past 2 games?
We got to clean up our mistakes. We have to pass the ball better. We can't continue to turn the ball over, and in particular, we can't continue to have live ball turnovers. Those just destroy you. And we got to rebound the ball. And, we don't have size, but, there's teams that don't have great size that still rebound the ball. And we got to do a much better job. And actually, the last game, the Baylor game, we did rebound the ball particularly early. We just didn't make any of the shots that we shot after we rebounded it. And, we've got those things that have to get cleaned up, and it seems to be a simple thing to make a layup, but when you got arms and bodies flying around you, and that's why they put that square up there. So you throw it inside the square and it goes in the basket. If you throw it underneath the rim, it comes bouncing back to you pretty quickly. So we got to continue to get better. We got to continue to work at it, and we're going to continue to fight the fight.
Mark Adams, now the head coach there at Texas Tech, but somebody who spent quite a few years under Chris Byrd when he was the head coach there. So given that, Coach, safe to say probably going to see some similarities in this Texas Tech team that you've seen in years past?
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. I think Chris was a big part of what he and Chris did. I think they collaborated and worked on offense together. They worked on defense together. Mark's got just a wealth of experience. Mark was junior college coach for years and years and years, and then got the opportunity to go with Chris, and then Chris going to Texas. Obviously, got an opportunity to be the coach at Tech. So, the guy's been around forever. It's not like we're going to throw something at him he's never seen before.
Well, whenever you look at this Texas Tech schedule, certainly can say, hey, like we've talked about, just shows how competitive the Big 12 Conference is. Red Raiders able to upset KU and BU, then fell to Kansas State. Whenever you look at them, Coach, what's going to be the biggest challenge against this team?
Well, I think they're leading the league in defense, or at least they're in the top 2 or 3. They're in the top 2 or 3 offensively. They're a very well-rounded team. They've got the vast majority of their guys back and have added to it, where we don't have the vast majority of our guys back. We're trying to teach guys probably a different system in what they've been involved with before. And they spread you. Tech spread you. They're big on dribble drives. They try to dribble drive, get to the foul line. We just got to do a better job of containing the dribble, and they're a terrific offensive rebounding team. They're a terrific rebounding team, whether it's offense or defense. So we've got to do a much, much, much better job than what we've done here in the last few.
Well, this series has been pretty friendly to West Virginia in the past. We'll see if that continues this weekend. It's WVU versus number 18 Texas Tech this Saturday at noon in Lubbock. And this has been your
United Bank Playbook.